I am going to provide you with information about the two boys who sustained gunshot wounds during this incident. The first young man, Roman Mendez. Roman is 6 years old, and he is in kindergarten at the school. Roman sustained two gunshot wounds resulting in internal injuries. The other child that was seriously injured during the course of this, thank you very much. And I'm going to work hard to pronounce this correctly because it's Elias. Elias, thank you very much. It's pronounced Elias Wolford. He is 5 years old. He is also in kindergarten. He was shot one time in the abdomen, which resulted in internal injuries. Our district attorney, Mike Ramsey, and I traveled down to the hospital where these young men are being treated. They were immediately transported to trauma center and had an opportunity to sit down and speak with the parents of the two boys. Of course, we expressed our heartfelt sympathies under the circumstances. But one of the things that we learned from the physicians is that the boys are both in critical condition. They have a very long road ahead of them in terms of recovery. It's very likely that they are going to have a number of surgeries as going forward. But the fact that they are currently still with us, I think, is a miracle and something that we should all be very thankful for. I'd also like to ask everybody, members of the community as well as the media, to respect the privacy of the family members. Both families talked about how they are focusing on the recovery of their children. That's the most important thing to them, and we can all understand that. But there have been attempts by members of the media to contact them. Please recognize that the most important thing for them now is to make sure that their children are being taken care of. And so I would ask on their behalf, based on what they told me, is that you respect their privacy and do not make an effort to contact the parents.